there's their dictatorship. And up till now, it was very easy to divert attention by saying, hey guys, it's not us, the rulers, the dictators. It's Israel. It's the conflict. It's a conflict. So to blame Israel was, in a way, the insurance policy of many of the Arab leaders. And if you remember the final days of, or at the beginning at least, of the uprising against Libya, against Gaddafi, what did he say? What do you want from me? Go to the Israeli border. It's the Israelis. He tried. He thought that this rhetoric will work also this time, but it didn't. Remember also Assad, when it started, he said, what do you want? Why are you coming to Damascus? Why are you demonstrating in Damascus? Go to the Israeli border. It's the Israelis. But this time it didn't work. Because those youngsters, educated, they were smarter than that. They realized that this is not the issue. They realize that they deprive from the lives that all of you are deprived. You take for granted your freedom. You take it for granted. You should enjoy every minute that you can say whatever you want, that you can study whatever you want, that you can vote for whichever party you would like to. You can write whatever you want, criticize whatever you want, and find a job. This is not the situation in most of the countries of the Arab world. So that led to this uprising against Mubarak, against Muammar Gaddafi, in Yemen, and now in Syria. So this is a phenomenon. Nothing to do. If we were supposed to be the cause of the problems, we will realize it. And the youngsters realize this is not the case, especially when they can see through the internet, through the media, through Facebook, that Israel is not actually what is being depicted. They see their peers living, normal, great life as youngsters. They see the economy of Israel is doing well. They see democracy. I mean, they follow the debates in our parliament, and Dean Noam can tell you that debates in our parliament are very, very aggressive, very vocal. But this is one way of expressing whatever we would like to express, and they see it and say, wait, why don't we have the same right and privileges? So, and at the same time, by the way, we have been affected by what's happening in the Arab world, because last summer, the biggest ever demonstration took part in Israel under the banner of social justice, when 400,000 people went to the streets of Tel Aviv. That was an amazing phenomenon. Just before, a week before I left for the Netherlands, that was a very impressive demonstration. And it was certainly, many were affected by what's happening in the neighboring country. The only difference was that was very peaceful, very well organized. There was no violence. There was no one casualty. It was very peaceful. So, in a reality of that actually took place for so many years, the younger generation, the educated, those who wanted the liberty, said enough is enough. But see what happened to them. They were the one who initiated the revolution in Egypt, but I think the result so far is not the result that they were looking for, because who in a way took over the Islamist movements? Why? How come the Islamist movement took over as a result of the elections which took place? And it's very easy to explain. The Islamists were always deprived, the Islamist movements. They had to remain in a low key, but what they invested in social and community work. They were providing for the different communities. They were the ones that were looked upon by the people, and they were not, and the majority of them were not, orthodox or fanatics, but they always knew that there was someone that was looking after them, looking after their needs. That is there, and therefore they became very, very popular, and and the results we've seen in the last elections. And the question is whether the fact that the Islamist parties now are in power in Egypt or in Tunisia, for that matter, is a guarantee that we'll see a true democracy, because many of them now are asking, well, Islamists won the election, we want to see the Sharia being enacted, and which is the laws that are governed by the Islam religion, or will we see a true democracy? And this is yet to be seen. And this is a question that will affect not just Egypt or the Arab world or Israel. It will affect all of us. Because the question is, when we talk about Europe versus the Arab world, and we would like to see the Arab world doing well, the Israelis would like to see the Arab world doing well, because we understand better than anyone else what does it mean when you have a neighbor that is not well to do, a neighbor that is frustrated, a neighbor that is angry. And it was very easy up to now to divert the anger and the frustration against Israel. Not anymore, but still, that was a phenomenon. So this is just a little glimpse into what is happening. And the test, in particular in Egypt, the challenge of the new leaders would be, will we, the new leaders, will be able to provide the population, which is growing in such a fast rate, and this is what we call population explosion. We'll be able to provide them with food, with jobs, with efficient health system, with the privileges and the principle that they were yearning for. This is something that all of us will have to watch, because on that will depend the stability of Egypt, not only of Egypt, and it will affect not only the region, but Europe as well. Because, for example, if things are going wrong in Egypt, people will flee, people will come to the Netherlands or to other European, or will try to make a living, or to start a new page in Europe. And the issue of immigrants or illegal immigrants is an issue also here in Europe and the Netherlands as well. Let us go and touch and show the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's a conflict. This is not the major conflict. Everyone wanted to put it as the cause of, but I think latest development just showed that this is not the most crucial. Yes, it is a conflict that has to be solved. We, the Israelis, would be the first one that would like to solve it, because we understand what it means. We don't want to live in a state of a conflict with our neighbors. We are paying a price as well. It is us that have to go to compulsory military service. It's not someone else that is fighting a battle for us. Each and every one of us, by the age of 18, it's a compulsory military service for the boys 3 years, for the girls 2 years. And this is not a picnic. It's not a picnic to go out there 3 years, and sometimes you have to experience battles, friends being wounded or killed. And believe me, we would have been more than happy to not to do with it, but this was reality. We have no any other alternative. 1948, when, well, let's go back. Many of the Jews, especially in Russia, in Eastern Europe, decided in the 18th, 19th century to start returning to the Holy Land. And many of them came from Russia as a socialist, as people who cultivated the land. They came as pioneers, cultivating the land and starting building their own communities. And some of the Arab neighbors then, some of them welcomed them, some of them didn't. There were conflicts here and there. It was under British mandate until 1948, until 1917, for 400 years, the Ottomans were in charge, the Ottomans, the Turks. And then the idea was we have to separate it into a Jewish state, and again, it's a Jewish state not because we just decided. I mean, this is the promised land. This is the land that, those of you who had a chance to read the Bible, and then this is where it all started in terms of our race, of the Jewish people. And it was the decision of the League of Nations, and later on the decision of the UN in 1946.